As the Colorado Buffaloes get ready to play Arizona, there's a familiar face in town. I'm here to tell you, dog, Shedeur Sanders made his way back to Boulder. Now, many people have speculated that Shedeur might not return back to Boulder due to the simple fact that he was going to stay in Cleveland and possibly prepare to play.
The moment everyone saw coming but hoped wouldn't happen, just did. Shedeur Sanders is officially back in Colorado, and that says a lot.
Now, I'm here to tell you, we don't know 100% if Shedeur is going to play. As of right now, Dylan Gabriel's still the guy. And I told y'all, bro, I truly, cold-heartedly believe Deshaun Watson is going to be activated. But it is great just to see Shedeur back with his pops, back with Coach Prime, and back where it all pretty much got started for him, man. I should have went to this game.
He's not suiting up for the Browns next week in that big showdown against the Jets, and fans are losing it. So what's the real story here? Did Shedeur just pull off the smartest move of his career, or did he finally tap out on Cleveland? And here's where it gets wild. Could Kevin Stefanski already be regretting letting him walk? Let's break it down. Kevin Stefanski might be keeping his cool in interviews, but behind that calm face, he knows deep down he fumbled big time. Letting Shedeur head back to Colorado wasn't just a mistake, it was a disaster. This wasn't some random player leaving. This was the guy, the one who brought energy, swagger, and real leadership when everything else around the team was crumbling.
Why wouldn't you, just to see if it does anything to the offense, give him an opportunity to go in there and play?
Yeah, obviously my focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus.
Okay.
Stefanski thought he could run the offense with his system and a bunch of plug-in players, but come on, it's been chaos ever since. The fans see it, the players feel it, and now even Stefanski can't hide from it. You could read it all over his face at practice, during games, especially after that brutal loss to the Patriots. The frustration, the second-guessing, the regret, it's written all over him. He benched Shedeur thinking it would make a point like, "You're not ready yet," but all it proved was how lost the Browns look without him. And here's the kicker. The second Shedeur packed his bags for Colorado, the internet blew up. Fans turned on Stefanski instantly. Now tell me, Coach, was that worth it?
Myself with outside type of things. But I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better. And that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
And did you, I'm sure you kind of answered this last night, but why didn't you keep him in for the 2-minute, or why did you decide to take him out?
Yeah, nothing more than decided to give Snoop some work at the end of the game.
Because Shedeur wasn't just some backup quarterback. He was the future, the one who could have changed everything for Cleveland. Shedeur's rhythm with the receivers was getting crazy good. His reads were sharper, his timing was smooth, and every leaked practice clip showed a quarterback ready to take over. But what did Stefanski do? He ignored it all, stuck to that same tired system that's been falling apart since day one. And now, he's paying the price in full. The fans are furious, the media's circling like sharks, and the locker room looks dead inside. It's like the entire spirit of the team walked out the second Shedeur left. You gotta wonder, does Stefanski lay awake at night replaying that one decision over and over? Because when your offense keeps stalling out drive after drive, you can't fake confidence anymore. Deep down, he's gotta know, the dude he benched was the one who could have saved their season. And the timing couldn't be worse. Right when the Browns were supposed to bounce back, Shedeur heads home to Colorado and flips the whole story on its head.
Walked up to you after taking his walk down to the pylon, and then he walked back up to you on the sidelines before Snoop went in, and he said something to you. You shook your head. I mean, was he trying to get back in?
He's a competitive kid. The plan was to go with Snoop there, so but I wouldn't make any more of it than that.
The fans there treated him like a straight-up hero. You just know that had to sting for Stefanski, watching the same player he let go walk back into a stadium filled with cheers, while his own crowd sits quiet after yet another failed drive. That's not just embarrassing. That's every coach's nightmare. So now the question is, can Stefanski fix this mess, or is it too late? Because if Shedeur lights it up again in Colorado and the Browns keep dropping games, people won't hold back. The entire football world will say exactly what everyone's already thinking. Kevin Stefanski pushed away the one player who could have turned it all around. And let's be honest, no coach wants that on their resume. If there was any smart voice in Cleveland's upper office, Stefanski would have been gone weeks ago. By now we'd be talking about something positive, not another week of wasted potential. But nope, here we are. Another chapter in this never-ending circus. And the wildest part? When reporters straight up asked Stefanski about Shedeur, the same guy who gave this broken offense a spark, what does he say? It's not my focus right now. Excuse me, coach? Not your focus? Then what is but losing more games? Drawing up worse play calls every Sunday? Giving your gimmick players the spotlight while your season burns? Stefanski's acting like he's in total denial, like nothing's his fault and every disaster is just part of the plan. This man really had the nerve to dismiss the one name fans were still chanting for, the same player who had the whole city buzzing before he even got a real shot. You can see Stefanski trying to act unbothered, like Shedeur's return doesn't faze him, but that's just ego talking. Deep down, he knows exactly how bad he messed up, because when you lose a player like Shedeur, you're not just losing talent, you're losing the heartbeat of your team. And yet here he is, pretending it's not his focus. Like, what even is your focus then, coach? Keeping your job for another week? Hiding your own mess? Because right now, everything about his attitude screams insecurity and pride. And let's not pretend this is new. This is classic Stefanski. Same arrogance, same lack of accountability, same empty talk every time things fall apart. You could literally hear the smugness dripping from his words. He could have just said something classy like, Shedeur's a talented player and I wish him the best. But nah, he had to play it like he's too cool to care. That fake calm, that little smirk, fans see right through it. Cleveland's fan base isn't dumb. They see a coach losing control and desperately pretending he's got it all figured out while his team keeps collapsing. How can you talk about focus when your offense looks lost every Sunday? How can you say Shedeur isn't your concern when your whole locker room's energy tanked the second he left? If anything, Shedeur should have been your focus from day one. But now it's too late. Shedeur's back in Colorado, thriving, and Stefanski's stuck acting like nothing happened. Confidence? Nah, that's straight up delusion. And that interview moment? Man, that sealed it. Stefanski sat there stone-faced with that arrogant half-smile and said he's not focused on anything outside and that he's hopeful for Shedeur's development like any other rookie. What kind of nonsense is that? If that's what he calls development, then I don't even want to see what he calls destruction. This man benched a rising quarterback, refused to give him reps, ignored his growth, and then created this whole mess just to act like it's all part of some master plan. Please, who's he fooling? He can't even develop the offense he already has, and now he's out here talking about rookie progress? Like, what is this? A movie set? You can't fake success, coach. Fans have seen enough. They're done with the talk, done with the excuses, because how can you brag about Shedeur's growth when you never gave him a real chance to grow under you? What kind of logic is that? And what does nothing outside even mean? The man sounds more lost than his offense, because let's be real, everything outside of Stefanski's so-called focus is the only thing that's actually working for this team. Maybe if he started focusing on the players he keeps pushing away instead of his own ego, the Browns wouldn't be the hot mess they are right now. And that line, just like other rookies, please, that one sentence tells you everything you need to know about this man's mindset. He really compared Shedeur to a bunch of random rookies like we didn't all see what was happening. We saw the clips, the accuracy, the poise. Shedeur was shining out there, but Stefanski's trying so hard to downplay his potential just to make himself look right, and it's backfiring in spectacular fashion. Every time he opens his mouth now, it sounds less like a coach and more like a man trying to protect his fragile ego. Because if Stefanski was really hopeful about Shedeur's development, he would have given him a real chance to show out. Instead, he benched him, ignored his progress, and acted like he didn't even exist. So what development are we talking about here? The only thing developing in Cleveland right now is the petition to fire this man. You can't treat a potential franchise quarterback like a side character and then get on camera pretending everything's fine. Be honest, coach. If Shedeur was still in that lineup, this team would have looked completely different. And don't even get me started on this so-called genius move to roll with Dillon Gabriel, because if there's ever been a decision that screams desperation instead of direction, it's this one. Stefanski really thought swapping out Shedeur Sanders for Dillon Gabriel was going to fix anything. Be serious. Dillon's not terrible, but let's be honest, he's not that guy. The man's reads look like backyard football half the time. You can see it clear as day. Shedeur stands tall in the pocket, calm and collected. Dillon, he's panicking the second a defender gets within breathing distance. And Stefanski has the nerve to act like this was part of some long-term plan? Long-term plan for what exactly? More 3-and-outs? More missed throws? Because that's all we've seen since Dillon took over. Pure chaos. And it's not just the fans noticing it. Even the receivers look fed up. The chemistry's gone, the rhythm's dead, and the offense looks completely lost. How do you go from a young quarterback with star potential to a guy who can barely move the ball past midfield without risking a turnover? Like, seriously, what's the vision here? Because from where everyone's sitting, it looks like Stefanski's just making moves to prove he's still in control, not because it makes any sense for the team. And Dillon Gabriel, man, he's not helping his case at all. Every time he takes the snap, you can literally feel the hesitation. He's overthrowing wide-open receivers, underthrowing deep shots, and making reads that make you wonder if he's even looking at the same playbook as everyone else. You can't blame the receivers when half the passes end up in the dirt or flying over their heads. What are they supposed to do with that? Yet Stefanski keeps doubling down, acting like this is the guy who's going to save Cleveland. Save them from what exactly? From scoring points? From moving the ball? Because that's what it looks like right now. This offense is allergic to progress. Dillon's out there playing like he's got something to prove, but doesn't even know what he's proving, while Stefanski looks like a coach too stubborn to admit he's completely botched it. The irony's painful. He traded away talent, potential, and leadership for inconsistency, panic, and mediocrity. And now he's sitting there pretending everything's fine. Newsflash, coach. It's not fine. You picked a shaky, unproven quarterback over a future star just to protect your pride. Because honestly, that's the only explanation that makes any sense at this point. So tell me, how long before the higher-ups finally see the truth? Before they realize this coach and QB combo is driving the Browns straight into the ground? Because while Stefanski's trying to keep up the act, Shedeur just made the best move possible. Heading back to Colorado isn't a step back, it's a reset. He's back home where he belongs, with his system, his coaches, and most importantly, his father, Coach Prime, the one man who actually knows how to bring out his best. This could be the comeback moment Shedeur needed. After all that chaos and politics in Cleveland, he's finally back where he can breathe. In Colorado, he's going to get his reps, his confidence, and the freedom to play his game without being chained down by someone else's ego. It's not just about comfort, it's about control, growth, and redemption. And if he starts lighting up the field again like before, his value's about to skyrocket. While Cleveland sits in confusion and regret, Shedeur might be setting himself up for the smartest, most powerful comeback of his entire career. One thing's for sure, Stefanski can pretend all he wants, but deep down he knows he messed up, and sooner or later he's gonna have to admit it, in front of everyone. So if you've been keeping up with this wild saga from the start, you knew this moment was coming. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Now tell me in the comments, do you think Kevin Stefanski will ever admit he was wrong for letting Shedeur Sanders go?